This is a place for planting, for digging, for harvesting, for relaxing. It's a place to get your hands dirty, but most of all, it's about having fun. And that's what you'll always have when you're in the garden with Doug Oster. You want a green thumb too, don't you? Well, we had our first frost of the season last night, but it wasn't a bad one. We've got some plants left over. I'm moving stuff into the greenhouse that I want to save. These succulents, Echeveria, are going to make great house plants. I wonder if I can coax some more blooms out of this sad-looking Mexican sunflower. Really don't have anything to lose. They'll do good in the greenhouse. But we have some plants that love cold weather, and that's what we're going to be planting today. Well, we're not supposed to get temperatures below 32 in the next week, so this is called Indian summer. Even though it's getting too cold in general for these impatiens, they probably could last another week, but I'm going to pull the impatiens out and fill this pot with things that love cold weather. It might seem like a strange time to be planting, but things like this flowering kale and pansies love cold weather and will go at least until Christmas, maybe longer. This is one of my favorites. It's called red boar, and it's tree-like, tough as nails. We're going to put it in the center, but we'll have to find a place for our gazing ball. And I might as well see if I can save these impatiens and grow them in the greenhouse for maybe another month. No sense in wasting them. I got these pansies for a deal, and I'm just going to tuck them in here. I love the color combination of the yellow pansies and the purple red boar kale. Well, what do you think? I love it, and I want to have color for as long as I can. And as I said, at least till Christmas. If we get a mild winter, I know this plant for sure can make it all the way through. I've got more pansies to plant, more flowering kale, but also something that is very important to a lot of gardeners, a fig tree is going in next. Well, before we get to our fig, I forgot about this super chili pepper that I put in here, and they've been under the tomatoes, but still putting on peppers. I'm going to pull these plants out of here, and then we're going to get our fig planted. And I'm not going to eat one of these because they are killer hot. So why are we trying so hard to grow a fig tree, a plant that doesn't want to grow in our climate? Well, every family has a different story. For ours, my wife and I stood looking out at the Mediterranean, feasting on warm figs out of her cousin's orchard. This is a variety called Chicago Hardy, and I got it for half price. This is one of the reasons we're still planting. We can go to the nursery and get deals, and there's still plenty of time to plant. Now we're stealing a little bit of our tomato bed here because the soil's good, and all we're going to do is dig a planting hole and put this shrub in. Well, this is the island of misfit garden decorations, all gifts from friends and family. I'm nostalgic, I can't get rid of them. They're just kind of hiding over here in the corner, and we all hang out together sometimes. We've dug a hole twice as wide as the container. We just don't want to plant this too deep. And if this works out, if I get this through the winter, I'm going to be a hero. Come on out of there. There we go. That's perfect, right where I want it. All right, we'll just put our backfill in here. Okay, this plant's going to need some protection, but we're going to do that in a couple weeks. I'm going to water this in, and I'm going to show you another way that I protect things during the winter. I've got 7 of these plastic skylights a friend gave me, and I love them. It's going to keep this purple kohlrabi going, like I said, all winter long. It's basically just acts as a greenhouse. When the sun comes out, it's going to warm this up, and they're going to love it. All right, let's finish up. Over the next couple days, I'll be pulling out the tomatoes and peppers and other tender crops that took a beating with the frost, but it's also a busy week online. I've got a photo project there called Beautiful Weeds, and weeds are beautiful. What is a weed anyway? Also an Everybody Garden segment on a woman who fell in love with dahlias, and a complete guide to growing figs. Until next week, I'm still in the garden. I've got some lettuce to plant. Maybe I should go get another fig tree. We'll see you next week. These are all little impatient seedlings.
Cool. Will you save those?
No.